Have you ever wondered why some people are still sharp, healthy, and walk steadily into their 90s, while others in their 50s are often tired, achy, and prone to minor illnesses? Is it luck, good genes, or is there something else we're missing out on every day? The truth is, it's not age that determines health, but the little things we do or don't do every day. And one of the most common mistakes is thinking that personal hygiene is simply bathing, brushing teeth, and washing hands. But there are 5 areas of the body, extremely important, that most of us are neglecting, even for decades. And the thing is, that neglect doesn't just cause unpleasant odors, infections, or dry skin. It can also silently damage the immune system, cause chronic inflammation, affect the heart, sleep, memory, and even longevity. We're sabotaging our health unconsciously. But if you take just 2-3 minutes a day to properly care for these 5 areas of your body, you'll notice a noticeable difference: fresher breath, clearer mind, lighter and healthier body. And now, I'm going to show you what those areas are, starting with the most surprising place, the thing you use every day but almost never clean properly: your tongue. You might think, what's the big deal if you don't scrape your tongue or forget to wipe your feet? But according to Dr. Emma Harris, a geriatrician with more than 30 years of research on aging, it's the little habits you repeat every day that have a profound impact on your immune system, blood circulation, and even your neurological health. She once shared at a conference on healthy aging, "I have treated hundreds of patients in their 60s and older. The common thread among those with the highest quality of life, not money, not genes, is how well they understand and care for their bodies. And the first thing they change: personal hygiene." You may be a person who eats well, exercises properly, and even goes to regular checkups. But if you still skip cleaning the 5 important areas of your body every day, you are allowing bacteria, toxins, dead cells, and dirt to accumulate. Little by little, day by day, they silently create inflammation in the body, the foundation for chronic diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, dementia. This is not an empty warning. Recent studies from Harvard University and the Mayo Clinic have shown a direct link between poor personal hygiene and immune suppression in the elderly. That means, by simply changing your body cleansing habits, you can reduce your risk of disease, increase your energy, and even prolong your life. Now it's time to discover the 5 areas of your body that are silently crying for help every day, and how to restore your health from these forgotten details. Tongue, the forgotten bacterial filter. You brush your teeth twice a day. But what about your tongue? Are you really cleaning it properly? Many people, even the most meticulous ones, do not know that the tongue is the place with the most bacteria in the mouth. More than 700 types of microorganisms live here, many of which are harmful. When not cleaned properly, the white or pale yellow film on the surface of the tongue is a place for bacteria, dead cells, and food debris to live. These seemingly small things are the main cause of chronic bad breath, gingivitis, tooth decay, and even prolonged sore throat. Worse still, in case you have gingivitis or a small injury in the mouth, bacteria from the tongue can enter the bloodstream, creating an inflammatory reaction that affects the cardiovascular system and internal organs. The solution is extremely simple. Use a tongue scraper, a small stainless steel or plastic stick which can be bought at any pharmacy, and gently scrape from back to front, 3-4 times every morning. Note: do not use a toothbrush to scrub, because it is not strong enough and can easily damage the tongue. After scraping, rinse your mouth. Do this regularly morning and night. You will clearly feel your taste buds become more sensitive, your breath fresh, and your oral health improve significantly after just a few weeks. Feet, the foundation for overall health. Every day, your feet support your entire body, bearing the weight when standing, walking, running. However, most of us only wash our feet briefly when bathing. Do not even dry them thoroughly and rarely take care of our feet. This is a dangerous mistake, especially when you are middle-aged or older. The feet are where blood circulation is often weaker than other areas. That is why older people are prone to cold feet, numbness, or swelling. But few people know that the skin on your feet, especially between your toes, is vulnerable to bacteria and fungi if it is always moist. If you have ever had athlete's foot, thick toenails, or persistent bad odors, you may be doing it wrong. Many people wash their feet in the shower, not using a towel to thoroughly wipe between their toes, which is the ideal place for bacteria to grow. The right way to clean your feet is to use a soft towel and mild soap to thoroughly wash each toe, between your toes, heels and soles. Then, use a separate towel to dry thoroughly, especially between your toes. Every night, take a minute to check your feet for cracks, blisters, or discoloration. These are early warning signs of poor circulation, diabetes, or infection. Foot care is more than just aesthetics. It's about protecting your ability to walk, your balance, and your independence as you age. 3. Armpits. Clogged lymphatic filtration station. Most people think that armpit care is simply about using deodorant. But in fact, the armpit is one of the most important areas in the immune system, where dozens of lymph nodes are concentrated, helping the body detoxify and fight pathogens. When you use deodorants containing aluminum or strong antibacterials for a long time without thoroughly cleaning the skin area, the pores become clogged. Plus sweating, this humid environment becomes an ideal place for odor-causing bacteria and dermatitis to develop. The result, the skin in the armpit area becomes dark, dry, prone to rashes, and may have swollen lymph nodes if the condition persists. The correct way to clean is, every time you shower, use a soft towel and warm water to thoroughly wash the armpit area in 3 directions: circular, horizontal, vertical, to help remove sweat, deodorant residue, and dead cells. After showering, use a clean towel to dry. Do not rush to apply deodorant right away. Let your skin breathe for about 10-15 minutes before applying deodorant if necessary. When your armpits are properly cared for, you will notice a significant reduction in body odor, softer skin, less irritation, and most importantly, your body will detoxify more effectively through the lymphatic system. 4. Nose. The oxygen gateway to the brain. We breathe about 20,000 times a day, but almost never pay attention to cleaning our nose. The nose is not only a place to receive air, but also a natural filter, trapping dust, bacteria, and allergens. If not cleaned, mucus and dirt will accumulate, causing nasal congestion, sinusitis, difficulty sleeping, and reduced oxygen intake, especially in the elderly. A study in Japan showed that rinsing the nose with saline solution every day helps reduce the risk of upper respiratory tract diseases by 45%, improve sleep quality, and increase concentration. The correct way to clean is every morning and evening. Use saline spray or a nasal irrigation device, neti pot, to clean the nasal cavity. Gently bend your head over the sink, tilt to the side, let the saline solution flow from one nostril to the other, helping to wash away mucus and dirt. Then, gently blow your nose on each side. Also, take a few minutes every day to inhale hot steam. You can add a few drops of peppermint or eucalyptus essential oil to open up your sinuses, soothe your airways, and relax your whole body. Don't let nasal congestion block the flow of oxygen to your brain. Clean breath, a clearer life. The belly button, a secret niche for bacteria. Most people completely forget about the belly button area when cleaning, and this is why the skin around the belly button can smell, become red and inflamed, or even infected for no apparent reason. The belly button is a small, moist, closed cavity, ideal for bacteria, dead skin cells, and sweat to accumulate. For people who have had their belly button pierced, this area is even more susceptible to infection if not cleaned properly. You may not smell it, but others will. And you may not feel uncomfortable now, but the bacteria here can spread to the skin of the abdomen, causing acne, folliculitis, or mild yeast infections in the navel area, especially in people who wear tight clothes or sweat a lot. The solution is very simple. Every time you shower, use a cotton swab soaked in warm water with a little mild soap to gently wipe inside the navel. Then dry with a clean cotton swab. Absolutely do not leave it damp. If you have a navel piercing, pay attention to cleaning carefully around the base of the piercing. That's where bacteria can easily hide. Take a minute every day to clean the navel area. You will feel the difference in your body odor, skin, and feel more comfortable when moving. And more importantly, you have stopped a point of spreading bacteria right at the source. When you properly care for these 5 body areas, it's not just about feeling clean. You are gradually building a stronger immune system, a clearer mind, and a body that is truly fresh from the inside. You might think, just a few extra minutes of hygiene each day, how can that make a big difference? But people who have lived with chronic discomfort, from bad breath, rashes on their armpits, to waking up feeling stuffy every morning, have seen a marked difference after just a few weeks of following these simple steps. Linda, 67, retired after decades as an accountant. Once had a problem that made her very shy about communicating bad breath, despite brushing her teeth regularly. I used to avoid talking to people in person, she says. Until my daughter bought me a tongue scraper. I tried it, not expecting much. But after a week, the smell was gone. Everything I ate tasted better. Thomas, 73, a former electrical engineer, says he had foot fungus for years without even knowing it. I always thought it was my socks or shoes, but it turns out I never dried between my toes, he laughs. With just that little change, after a few weeks my skin was clear and no longer flaky. Walking was a lot easier. James, 69, who was used to a constant stuffy nose, thought it was just old age. But after he started rinsing his nose with salt water morning and night, he says it felt like someone had opened a window in my head. I slept more soundly and woke up less tired. These stories are not uncommon. They prove that sometimes you don't have to do anything too big to make a difference in your health. Just start small, consistently, and do it right. So there you have it. 5 seemingly small areas of the body that directly affect your energy, immunity, and quality of life every day. Not everyone pays attention to their tongue, feet, armpits, nose, or belly button. But that's why those who take the initiative to care for them, they will be different. The question now is not, will these things work, but are you willing to spend 5 minutes a day to protect your long-term health? No need to buy anything, no need to change your lifestyle. Just do it right, and do it regularly. Start with something small today. Maybe wash and dry your feet more thoroughly, or use a saline nasal spray every morning. Feel the difference, and you will find your body automatically wants to continue. No one can take care of your health for you, but you can choose to live differently right now, not by making big decisions, but by taking small, intentional actions. And if you found today's information valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends and family, especially those who are entering middle age or are already showing signs of declining health, because even small changes can help them live healthier and longer than you think. Thank you for reading until the end. Take care of your body as you would the most precious things in your life, because you deserve it.